Adda247. My name is Niharika Valia Bhatnagar, and I'm with you with the era of AFM. And what are we talking about? Everyone, we are reaching the last leg of this particular series where I had been covering the entire book of AFM based upon the Macmillan. So, till now, we're done with the module A, module B, module C, and I am on the second last chapter of module D as well. Once we're done with the entire module, then we'll do a little revision as well of the same. So, what is it that we're going to deal with today? Before I proceed forward, everyone, please go ahead and like this particular session. If you find the entire sessions helpful for yourself now, then please do this particular part, because now sometimes we actually have extremely tiring days, a lot of work to do, but we are there on the YouTube because you are a source of motivation for us. So your motivation and your recognition is something that boosts us forward towards looking forward toward more and more material, right? So before I proceed further, please go ahead and like this particular session and share it among your peers as well. Share it on WhatsApp, on Telegram, or Facebook, or Instagram, wherever you feel that way, right? Okay. We start with marginal costing in the last class. Marginal costing means what? Marginal means variable. Matlab, we're not looking at the fixed cost. Everyone, um okay, I pay the rent of a particular factory. That is not going to affect me. That's not attractive. The part which is actually attractive, or something which is going to affect my decision making, is the uh it would be the regular price. Matlab, the cost related to the material, labor, overhead, all those things will affect my organization. What will not affect my organization is only one thing. That is the fixed cost. I am already paying rent. How would it matter to me at all? That is not relevant cost even. The costing which will determine whether I should go for the particular thing or not is marginal costing, because the cost which would vary because of my production, because of the work that we are doing, it will affect the organization working altogether. So that is module D, marginal costing. Acha, this is marginal, everyone. Okay. वैसे तो I was feeling कि I hope to discuss the particular formulas, but if I start discussing the formulas in the beginning only, na, the questions are based upon those formulas only. So what I'll do is, with the formulas, I'll also explain the particular part of it as well. Okay. So let's continue, everyone. Which of the one of the following is not the same as marginal costing? Direct costing, number one. Then we have absorption costing, variable costing, or differential costing. Everyone, what's the answer to this? Which one is not the same as marginal costing? Direct costing is actually the costing which is related to this area, so that cannot be the answer. Then we have variable costing, marginal and variable are same. Differential costing, every time I make more production, then the cost will also differ. That is differential. Absorption is the one which is not related to this. Absorption is actual cost, and we are determining and allocating the cost according to the activities. This is actually a primitive method. Now we have ABC costing, activity based costing. It's called activity based costing. Okay, now comes the area of PV ratio, everyone. What do you mean by PV ratio? PV ratio is one of the most important ratios. This is actually called profit volume ratio. So is it contrary to sales? The contribution to sales, price to volume, profit to volume, or price to cost? Based upon this answer, I'll be telling you about the entire formula and everything else as well. Huh? First of all, look at this. Before I proceed with the answer, we have something called sales. We remove only the variable cost out of it. We will get contribution. Then we remove fixed cost out of it. That gives us contra minus fixed cost will give us profit. Then when we talk about PV ratio, PV is sales minus variable cost divided by sales. So can we say this is cost price divided by selling price? The answer is contrary to sales. Done? This is the method. Next question, everyone. Which one of the following statements is not correct regarding the break-even analysis? I was just about to actually tell you about the break-even, but I thought let's wait for that point. Acha. We have talked about this in previous class as well, everyone. Let's understand what do you mean by the term break-even point. And I'm trying to understand the particular break-even point. It looks like this. This is your y-axis. This is your x-axis. Okay. In this case, what's exactly happening is when the company starts producing, the variable cost will start from zero. If I'm not producing, there is no electricity being used. If I'm not producing, there is no material being bought, nothing. No. So variable cost starts from zero. But even if I'm not producing, I still have to pay the rent. It's a fixed cost. Variable cost and fixed cost is defined. When you add it up, it goes up to an amount of total cost, which is basically variable cost plus the fixed cost. Okay, this is my total cost. This is gonna affect me for sure. Then we understand about a specific term called revenue. The total revenue will start from zero, and in terms of the zero, we will start from here and we will go upwards. Okay, so we were talking about this specific area of revenue. Revenue starts from zero. At one point of time, I'm trying to earn and going upwards. In this case, what's happening is we start earning from zero. Here, the cost, in this case, the total cost is more than total revenue. That means you are facing losses. And then at the break-even point, actually, this is made in a very bad way. I just have to make it a little easier. If I make a better inclination, you'll be able to get it. This is the one. The variable cost can go like this. This is my fixed cost, and there goes my variable cost. Total cost. This is my total cost. This looks better. Now, my revenue, I'll start earning from 0 rupees. This 0 rupees starts from here and then I go up. Can you see my total revenue was earlier less than the total cost? In this case, this is basically called loss part. And then we make a good amount of money. This is called the profit part. The point at which we have a no profit, no loss situation, that is called break-even point, where we have no profit, no loss as in this case, what's exactly happening is our total revenue is equal to total cost. Beyond this point, till the time we are producing, we are having margin of safety, everyone. That's called MOS. MOS and break-even point. If I look at the total production, from the total production, if you remove the break-even point, you get MOS. ठीक है, until a particular amount of production we will make sure that we are producing the goods properly. Beyond that, we are looking forward towards earning a huge amount of profit, because first of all we have to recover the money that we have to pay for variable and fixed costs. Only then we can look at others. So what is not correct about the break even point? Everyone, here comes the question. Okay, so now is it visible? A financing bank prefers to finance a project with low break-even point. Obviously, you can recover the money earlier, and then there is a chance that you will get the money fast. If fixed costs are increased, the break-even point also increases. Yes, because you have to pay more money to recover the amount. Contrary sales minus variable cost, that is also correct. Remember, I told we do not use the word contrary, it is too long. I use the word contribution. Okay, the contribution, that is contrary, so that is an easier word. A unit operating below break even point means it is incurring losses. You know, that would be the point. But they are saying they will be incurring cash losses. But that is not necessary, that they will be incurring cash losses, because depreciation is also among the fixed cost. So I would say the point is D is wrong. Sometimes we'll not have cash losses because there's a fixed expense called depreciation. In depreciation, you do not give the money to anyone. So it will take time. So in this case, the correct answer is D. Next point, margin of safety. Okay, another point. We are done with this point in detail. So technically, during the entire area of margin costing, I'm talking about each and every point. Fixed cost and variable cost, fixed cost and break-even sales, estimated sales and break-even sales, and none of the above. Everyone, what's the answer? Fixed cost and variable cost, fixed and break-even. We are moving forward. In this case, the most important thing is estimated sales and break-even. We are going beyond the break-even point. That is how we can grow further. You know? Done? This point. In absorption costing, I told you this is an older way of working. Okay? They are not the ones which are working on a daily basis. That's an older way of working. Now, when we talk about the absorption costing, absorption means only the variable cost is to be taken, only the fixed cost, only the variable and variable overheads are to be taken. And then the next point is both the variables costing and proportionate fixed cost are taken as the cost of unit. When we talk about absorption, absorption is basically both are taken, variable as well as fixed. You have to take both into consideration. Okay? Done. Next point. The next point says that what is the other name of marginal costing? We just talked about it in the beginning, everyone. When we talk about the costing there, what would be the answer? Standard, variable, absorption, activity-based costing. Activity-based costing is a very different area altogether, isn't it? What's going to be the answer? That would be variable costing. We've done this part earlier as well now. That is variable costing, because standard costing and variable, marginal and variable are the same thing. Next point. What is the contribution in marginal costing, everyone? Contribution, sales minus fixed cost, sales minus total cost, sale minus variable cost, or sales minus indirect cost. Sales minus variable cost. We have done this part now. That is sales minus variable cost. Okay. Next point. What is the formula for PV ratio? We have talked about this as well. I hope you're going correct in this case. What's going to be the answer? That is country upon sales. Profit upon fixed cost will be the, okay, let me wait. We'll come to that point as well. We'll be talking about the formula further as well. Actually, there are many formulas in this and I want to explain all those formulas to you. So rushing towards it, here comes the point which I was actually just about to say. So this is the point, everyone. What does the term margin of safety represent? Everyone, what does the term margin of safety, MOS, the gap between fixed and variable, the cushion available for sustaining operations in the time of adversity, the total profit generated by the business, or the ratio of contribution to sales? पता है margin of safety is when we start earning beyond our break even point. That means we are able to cover our fixed costs, we're able to cover everything, and then we're making huge amount of profit as well. Not huge, but at least good amount. This is the question when we are having a good amount of money and we can save it for our adversities. Done? So here comes a question now. Try this question. If the unit sales is 160, variable cost is 120, find the PV ratio, everyone. Take a minute. The formula in this case would be contribution divided by sales, where contribution is sales minus variable cost divided by sales price. This is equal to 160 minus 120 divided by 160. This is equal to 40 divided by 160. So this gives you multiplied by 100. So this gives you 25%. Got the idea, everyone? Answer is 25%. Done? Okay. So the next question. What do you, okay, in this case, we are done with this question. What does the margin of safety represent? Margin of safety represents the cushion available for sustaining operations at the time of adversities. Okay? Acha, this is the formula. What is the formula for margin of safety, everyone? What is the formula for margin of safety? In case of margin of safety, estimated sales minus break even sales minus estimated sales, break even and actual and break even and divided by actual sales. This is a point where you go beyond your regular production. Matlab, first of all, we try to achieve at least the minimum. That is where we are trying to cover our costs. Once we have recovered our costs, then we look forward to what's the next point now. So if your actual sales is more, the estimated sales is more than the break even point, and we divide it by the estimated sales. Normally we play with this. If we are using actual sales, then we'll be dividing by actual sales only. Okay, this is also there, but normally in terms of margin of safety and break even point, these are normally used in terms of the businesses which are related to the era of estimated sales, break even, estimated, this is basically related to the area of planning and all ना. So budgeting के साथ में, since because of budgeting it is more used in terms of estimation rather than exact. ठीक है? Done? Okay, here comes the next question, everyone. Easy question. I find this question very easy. Which term represents the difference between the sales and the sales price and variable cost? We talked about it. Fixed cost, country, absorption, or overhead. This is sales minus variable cost, which is equal to country. Answer is contribution. Done for the day, everyone. Before I end this particular session, I hope you have gone through our courses yet, and if you haven't, then please go ahead and review our courses. All you need to do is go and check out our website, that is www.adda247.com, and the best is you actually go ahead and check it out on our app. In the era of JAIIB Mahapacks, see, the double validity is available. The good news is basically the sale has started. That means if you really want to pursue towards JIB and CIB both, then go ahead and spend your money onto an area where you get Y541, use this particular code and you get a discount of 79, 80% discount, and you're getting it for 11,023 rupees. Matlab it would be 80% if you are using the code Y541. Okay, it is 52,495 minus 80% will give you 10,500 rupees. Think about it, everyone. 10,500 rupees for 24 months. 10,500 rupees for 24 months means for one particular month it's not even 500 rupees, it's actually 437 rupees, actually 0.5. That means in 438 rupees per month you will be able to study the entire JIB and CIB for the next 2 years. This is one of the best Mahapacks to be taken by you, because this covers the entire JIB, entire CIB, multilingual. This covers English medium as well as the English medium plus the portion of bilingual classes. This covers test series, this covers ebooks, this covers our marathons, mini marathon, maha marathons, and this also covers other things as well. This also covers the portion of our CIB optional subjects as well. Matlab, if you invest it today, you're definitely gonna make it in your future. So go ahead and check it out on our website and our app for further details, everyone. And don't forget to use the code Y541.